Damn, chill, you got another one?
What's poppin'? You already know the deal. You are now rockin' with no chill for real. We about to get ill. What did you expect for me to bow down, get soft and talk politically correct? They consider me a threat, especially if they goofy, cause I clown guys, no lies, I just do it truthfully. It's on the house like Snoopy, it's free in other words. I'm a nightmare to these super squares and nerds. I barbecue 'em with words when I'm through commentating. One thing you'll never see me ever do is hating, lying, exaggerating, or fabricating for views. If you not built for the street like a pair of shoes, as square as a Rubik's Cube, stop it and leave the field, or wind up a topic on no chill for real. You square as a Rubik's Cube, stop it and leave the field, or wind up a topic on no chill for real. All gas, no brakes. Gotta keep the pressure on these cowards and these snakes. Honor over money, gotta do what it takes. Gotta keep the pressure on these cowards and these snakes.
Gotta stay going in.
All gas, no brakes. Gotta keep the pressure on these cowards and these snakes. Honor over money, gotta do what it takes. Gotta keep the pressure on these cowards and these snakes.
Make it very clear though too, I never put my hands on, you know what I'm saying, that young man either. So the knots and all that, the fake narratives that everybody running, that's false, bro. On my kids, once again, on my kids. If I'm lying, God could take all my kids right now, all my breath in my heart. That man never touched me, bro.
What's poppin'? You are now rocking with no chill for real. I'm not your doctor and I don't care how you feel. Hey, man, this stuff is hilarious, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, you know, this stuff is, man, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around, you know. So look, man, Spoety Face comes out, right? And he says him and J Hood did not fight. And I believe him 100%, right? I'm going to show you some of the things that he said, right? But what I can't understand is, man, the fuckery, man, by Wack. You know what I'm saying? So the other day, man, and I ain't gonna lie, you know, he had me believing bits and elements, right? Wack goes live and he addresses a few different issues. And one of the issues that he addressed was the Spoety Face fight with J Hood and Spoety Face, right? So Wack goes all through these theatrics talking about, you know, they go outside and poop bop, he busts him up, you know, his glasses knocked all off, and you know what I'm saying? And you know, his glasses knocked off, and he go through some, he indicated some things, and later on, Spoety Face also indicated some things about some things transpired that make me think that, you know, some things transpired, man. And if you know, you know. But I'm not gonna put it out there of what I think. But you know, they put some certain things out there that made me think what I think, right? So anyway, he goes through these whole theatrics. I'm talking about Wack in relation to, you know, Spoety Face getting fired on, and then when they came back in, one of the first questions, if not the first question, Adam asked Spoety Face is like, "What's up with your glasses?" Spoety Face like, "They in my pocket," right? And then when Spoety Face made the video, which I'll show y'all some, you know, he got his glasses off once again. He's talking about, you know, he just came from working out. And so with me, like, I don't see well at all without my glasses either, right? And so anytime somebody get to talking about squabbing with me, or I sense it might even get physical, I snatch my glasses off. That's the first thing that I do, right? Now, I have seen some of these women on some of these fight videos and this and that wearing glasses, and they run over there and start fighting with their glasses on, like if there's not a chance, you know, their glasses gonna get knocked off and so on and so forth, you know, and fall, or they might not even get hit in the face. And I'd be like, what are they thinking? You know, because of course, by me being in prison for so long and having bad vision, I can't afford to get my glasses broken there, because then sometimes it might be 2 or 3 months before you can get any more glasses, right? So one of the things that I, you know, and I think it's fair for people to assume, right? Because we are used to seeing Spoety Face with his glasses. So after the fight, once he comes back in and don't put his glasses on, you know, I'm like, to me, like I say, I wear glasses, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe his glasses did get broke. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes is going outside to get it in. And then the next day, we see him talking about he just finished working out and he don't have his glasses on again. Now, when I play basketball or whatever, anytime I do any type of activity that's gonna make my glasses go like this, I take my glasses off because I don't like, I don't like that. You can't see shit when your glasses are doing that. But the second I'm done, I put my glasses back on because I have very, very bad vision. And without my glasses, my eyes are straining and eventually I'll get a headache, right? So, by Spoty Face not having his glasses again, I think it was fair for those who assumed, like I did, that his glasses must have got broke. I think that was a fair assumption. And when these dudes, put themselves, man, in a public space on no jumper, then they have this altercation and they come back in. If they go outside, they talk it out according to Sporty Face. When they come back in, of course, they are not obligated to tell people what happened, right? But also on the other side of the spectrum, people are wondering. I mean, come on, man, you guys are on a public show, you know what I'm saying? And people watch for entertainment, something like that happened. So it's only gonna be natural for motherfuckers to want to know what the fuck just happened. What's up with the glasses, right? So back to Wack, man. Wack goes through all this theatrics, man, and then Spoty Face comes and said, man, listen, I never touched him, he never touched him. He never touched me, right? So of course the dude is left to wonder, like, come on, Wack, what the fuck is up with this shit, right? I mean, and man, I mean, I know dudes be running plays and so on and so forth, but I mean, Wack can't be doing it for the money, right? But I'm intrigued as hell, right, to come on here and slander a dude's name with some bullshit if, in fact, that is what happened, because I don't know what the fuck happened, right? But I definitely believe Spoty Face when Spoty Face says nothing happened, right? So I don't understand that, right? And the reason... And that's why I say, man, the fuckery with this YouTube shit is crazy, right? And the reason I tend to give dudes the benefit of a doubt, because I'm not the type of motherfucker that would just come up on here and make up some lie about somebody. Just put a whole lie out there, come up with a whole scenario of some bullshit that didn't happen, like some, you know what I'm saying, like some 7-year-old who don't got no friends and all that old type of shit. So the motherfucker making up scenarios in his mind. I'm not the type of cat that's gonna do no shit like that. So by me not being the type of cat, that's gonna do nothing like that, I don't automatically assume somebody else is gonna do something like that, because it don't come to my mind, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, so to me, now when I see not only this dude, but I see other cats also, man, just making up scenarios, it make me see this YouTube shit as some whole entirely totally different shit, man. Motherfuckers just say anything for the moment, man, make up stories and all type of shit. But of course, then it makes you think, like, how can a dude tell a story and expect somebody to give this dude 1 ounce of credibility? And I'm talking about Wack, man, when if he is gonna come on here and make up stories. And I seen him with my own eyes, right, say during the time, it was back, I think, when the loose cannon shit had jumped off and all them cats had caught that case, that he will make up lies and tell lies on people if people is lying on him. I just don't understand this shit, though. To me, it's crazy, man. I just, the fuckery, man. So I'm going to have to really just, man, when I move forward, man, I'm going to have to keep all this shit in mind, man, and just like, goddamn, you don't know what's going on nowadays. But anyway, listen, man. So Spoty Face says, man, that they didn't have no type of physical interaction. They went outside, they discussed some things, and they came to an understanding. So to me also, it was a little just different, right? For once they came back in and you saw Spoty Face, he was over there kind of just, in his own thoughts or whatever. I guess he said he was trying to be professional and continue the podcast. But to me, it was different for J Hood. When they asking him what's going on, it's regular. It's regular. It's regular. It's regular. We got to understand it. It's regular. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say, but he definitely implied that something had transpired. And once again, I was fooled, by the body language. He was making it seem like, he went out there, put lefts and rights on Spoty Face, right? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm guilty, I bet, on his demeanor. I bet, but why not just come back and say, hey, come back and do one or two things, man. Say, whatever we handled is handled by. No, okay, so now if we going with the narrative, which I am, that nothing transpired between them cats, Okay, so they can come back in because they know they coming back onto the podcast. The motherfuckers is watching. They want to know what's going on. People is curious. So listen, homie, we just fit to go back on there and not discuss, what we talked about, or not discuss even the talk. We fit to go back on there and say, hey man, our situation is resolved. Let's proceed. Normal program. Or just come back in and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? We went out there like two men. We had a discussion. We figured it out, and now we all good. But to come back in there and just with the demeanor of the like, yeah, man, yeah, it's good, it's regular. You know what I'm saying? It's just, to me, that's different, right? And so I don't understand that shit, man. And so, at the end of the day, man, shout out to them cats, man. Let me show you guys a little bit of what Spoety Face says, right? About what they went out there and discussed, or not necessarily what they went out there and discussed, but what transpired and what didn't transpire when they went outside. And what didn't transpire, according to Spoety Face, is any physical altercation. Spoety Face say, man, I didn't touch him, he didn't touch me. He didn't mark out, I didn't mark out. So let me show y'all a little bit. I don't know how much I'm gonna play for y'all, but let me show y'all some.
Y'all see the title. I don't like keeping y'all waiting. We're gonna get right into it. As you can see, I ain't got my glasses on. I just got done working out, getting my workout in, of course. But so the thing with me and J Hood, I don't know why, bro, ain't just flat out came out, and cleared it up. But J Hood never put his hands on me, bro. Never put his hands on me one time. The things that this rat no honey, is spreading. It's spreading around, and everybody, continue to repost it and all this, man. It's absolutely false. Absolutely false. So, again, like I said, this dude never put his hands on me. Not one time. Never one time. 40 neighborhood crip, he never, nigga, on my kids. Nigga, if I'm lying, God could take all my kids right now. This dude never put his hands on me, not one time. Come on, bro. Everybody who know me know me. A person putting their hands on me and I don't do anything back. Like, how does that sound? Like, how does that sound? Like, on some real stuff. Like, a dude put his hands on me and I don't do anything back. Like, come on, bro. And to be fair, I'm gonna be the real nigga, bro. I'm gonna be the real nigga. I'm gonna clear the air as well. People talk about he got knots on his head and all that. If you don't want to keep it real, bro, like, I holler at that dude already. Like, you feel me? I'm going to keep it real, bro. I never touched dude neither. You feel me? When we went outside, we definitely had a heated discussion, and some things transpired. But, nigga, I ain't never, not one time, put my hands on that dude. That dude ain't never one time, put his hands on me. Straight like that. So I'm going to come on here and just tell you, like, a nigga can't tell you that he put his hands on me. He's not going to tell you that he put his hands on me because he never put his hands on me.
Okay, and so you saw right there, man, him with Spoety Face say, man, when we went outside, basically, him and J Hood had a discussion, and J Hood basically was like, man, why y'all tripping, and Spoety Hood enlightened him, or excuse me, I said Spoety Hood. Spoety Face enlightened J Hood to the fact that, hey man, this dude has said some very disrespectful things about my mother and my kids, right? And I seen in a video that J Hood made addressing this situation. He admitted to that. He said, yeah, we went outside, we talked, and basically Spoety Face brought to his attention some things said about Wack. And then in that video, J Hood says, okay, well, damn, I didn't know that, or something along those lines, right? And so that goes to what I was talking about when I talked about having blind loyalty. Now, you got J Hood ready to fight, or whatever, behind some shit, not knowing that Wack has been ultra disrespectful. And I'm sure you got Spoety Face upset behind some shit that if someone had dissed J Hood in the same manner, J Hood would be ready to fight. So J Hood, my message to J Hood is, man, at this stage in the game, man, you too old, and you should have enough common sense not to have blind loyalty to anybody, right? Not to have blind loyalty to anybody behind words, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100, man. It's some things that my close family members may do or say that I disagree with. I don't support nobody wholeheartedly 100% in terms of agreeing with every damn thing they say, and I definitely don't support another man to to the point where if he and somebody else have some words and they get disrespectful, I'm gonna be ready to fight. Cause I say, hey man, this is because they're not related by blood, right? You may have known each other for a long time. You may have known the dude since you was 5, 6, 7, and look up to him as an uncle, and I can respect all that. But like I said, once again, man, you have to acknowledge that Wack is at times he is disrespectful and he plays a part in whatever he's got going on, man. So if Wack was my partner, right? I looked at him as an uncle or whatever the situation was, I am still going to acknowledge that side of him. And if I happen to be in the presence of somebody who does not agree with Wack and wants to get him up with Wack, I'm going to say, hey, man, that's between y'all. Y'all handle y'all differences when y'all see it. I'm not going to be so much on his team or team Wack like J Hood say, to the point where, man, I'm ready to take off phase, because early in that podcast, J Hood says, I'm team Wack and I'm here. Basically letting everybody know that if you got anything to say or disagree with about Wack, I'm going to get cracking. And to me, that helped set the tone, if not set the tone 100% to later on, them almost getting ready to squab and walking outside and doing what they did or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because, and then also to turn around and tell a cat, hey, man, y'all ain't got no real beef. Y'all fake beef. Y'all got fake beef. So he's basically dismissing the seriousness of what they got going on. So, in the video that J Hood made, he tried to say that, Spoety Face set the tone for what happened. And like I say, I don't have a dog in the fight. I just disagree, man. I think when he pulled up, I'm not saying that Wack sent him or whatever. I'm just saying that when he pulled up, the vibes that he started giving off was basically saying that, yeah, I'm here, man. If a dude got a problem with Wack, what's cracking? I'm here to take his fade, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, at this stage of the game, man, I don't have blind loyalty to no other man. I'm not going to just get cracking and fight behind something my homeboy didn't say, or somebody didn't say something about my homeboy. If my homeboy is still alive and can defend himself, man. So that's what it is, man. This shit is crazy though, man. Like I said, dudes creating fake narratives and all that old type of shit, man. My integrity, man, means more to me than a YouTube check and this and that. Oh, you definitely gonna see me on this motherfucker clowning and having a good time. But like I said, man, when I rap in the intro, and I don't even know exactly what I said, but you will not see me lying and perpetrating for views and all that old type of shit. That's out, man. That's not in my character, man. We not rocking like that, even though we gonna have a lot of fun and we gonna be doing a lot of clowning on this No Chill for real, because I'm not your doctor, so fuck how you feel. On that other channel, 16 to Life, man, I started off clowning, doing impressions and shit. I got locked up in 1994 when things was a little bit different. This motherfucking YouTube that made a lot of these men touchy-feely and shit. You do a little impression or you say a little something, motherfuckers getting their feelings, man. They get fast fingers. They get to typing and shit. Oh, man, you being disrespectful and blah, motherfucker. We just clowning and having a little fun, man. Motherfucker, I'm from a generation where we clown. We clown, man. We clown. We have fun. We chop it up. We bag. We tell some jokes. But like I said, man, with this sensitive social media era, these men, man, now I got out, I forgot motherfuckers be walking around with man purses and shit. They got their feelings in their man purse and some more shit. They might have a pink pistol in that motherfucker, maybe a G-string or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? On that 16 to Life, man, where I'm talking about prison stories and shit jumping off and stabbing and killing, I was surprised at how sensitive motherfuckers had got on, in this day and age. Man, you better not talk about somebody's homeboy getting knocked out on the yard and that dude could be 100% wrong, man. And you gonna have dudes want to try to come defend him and all that shit. And I'm saying, so yeah, man, I had to metamorphose into a old OG. I had to change my words and be careful and shit, but on No Chill for real. You know how when you go to the doctor asks you how you feeling today. Man, I don't give a fuck how you feeling today over here, man. We fist to keep it live. We fist to clown. We fist to have some fun, but we not fist to lie on motherfuckers. That's what we not fist to do, man. So anyway, listen, I'm out of here like last year. You know what I'm saying? You are now rocking with No Chill for real. I'm not your doctor, so fuck how you feel. We supposed to keep it real over here, man. Until the next episode, respect the code.